Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. The name itself conjures images of impossible skill, of feints and flicks that defy physics. But there is another, harsher reality to his story. It is a story told not in goals or assists, but in days missed. Consider this simple, yet devastating statistic. Since arriving in Europe in 2013, Neymar has been unavailable due to injury for well over 1,000 days. This number, more than any trophy or highlight reel, has become the shadow that follows one of football's most luminous talents. It is a number that represents missed opportunities, lost momentum, and a constant, grueling battle against his own body. At FC Barcelona, Neymar found the perfect environment to flourish. He was not the main star, a role held firmly by Lionel Messi, but he was a vital, electrifying component of a historic team. The 2014-15 season stands as a monument to what he could achieve when fully fit. He was instrumental in their conquest of the treble, La Liga, the Copa del Rey, the UEFA Champions League. He scored in the Champions League final against Juventus, a crowning moment that solidified his status as a global superstar. During this period, his body largely held up, allowing his talent to shine without the constant interruption of injury. However, the seeds of his future struggles were being sown. The intense, high-tempo nature of Spanish and European football took its toll. Small knocks and muscle strains began to accumulate, dismissed as normal wear and tear. The fouls he received were becoming more frequent, more cynical. The stage was being set for a second act, defined less by celebration and more by the lonely, arduous road of recovery. The world record €222 million transfer to Paris Saint-Germain in 2017, his arrival in Paris. It was meant to be Neymar's coronation. He was the king of his own empire. PSG had invested everything in him to achieve their ultimate goal, winning the Champions League. He was magnificent, scoring and assisting at a phenomenal rate. Paris adored him, but then the nightmare began, and it would repeat with cruel regularity. In February 2018, against Marseille, Neymar rolled his ankle, fracturing the fifth metatarsal. Surgery. Ruled out for the domestic run-in and the Champions League round of 16 second leg versus Real Madrid. Without their leader, PSG were eliminated. The pattern was established. Almost a year later, the same right foot. From the stands, he watched PSG capitulate to Manchester United. Frustration mounted. Questions about lifestyle surfaced. Fair or not? The list grew longer. His stats carried an asterisk. The question became, will Neymar be fit? For every devastating injury, there was a grueling and solitary journey back. Neymar's fight for fitness was a battle waged on multiple fronts. It began with the cold, clinical reality of the operating theater. Surgeons meticulously repaired broken bones, torn ligaments, scans and close-ups of his feet and ankles, first steps on a long road. Then the work began. Physiotherapy, strength building, hydrotherapy. While teammates trained, he rebuilt with specialists, muscles for explosive movement. The mental toll matched the physical, isolation, helplessness. He shared the grind, partly for fans, partly to keep himself accountable and positive. Criticism swirled as he pushed his body in private. Yet he returned, scoring at the World Cup, lifting PSG in key moments. Fit across the run, he led PSG to their first Champions League final, a statement of what's possible. Still, fragility lingered. Coaches protected him. He adapted, passing quicker, choosing dribbles, fighting to play without fear. As Neymar navigates the later stages of his career, now with Al Hilal, the story remains immense talent, shadowed by physical frailty. Some saw a step down. Others, a pragmatic choice to manage load and prolong a career. Yet fate struck again. A ruptured anterior cruciate ligament with Brazil. Surgery, months of recovery. Sympathy, resignation. For club and country, another cycle disrupted. The what-ifs persist. Those crucial Champions League nights, that 7-1 in 2014. But his career is not only the games he missed, it's the courage to return. Think of overturning 4-0 in 2017, guiding PSG to the 2020 final, becoming Brazil's top goal scorer, surpassing Pelé. Achievements born of talent and an unyielding refusal to surrender. His greatest opponent was never a defender. It was the fragility within the pressure of his own genius. Greatness is not only the summit, it's the will to climb again after you fall. Injuries changed his path, stole moments, but never broke his spirit. That relentless pursuit is a legacy as powerful as any trophy.